What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, and we are here talking Chicago Bears victory. It was not it was not a pretty victory. It was one of those games where you could easily say, and you wouldn't be wrong to say, they deserve to lose this game. But they didn't. And you got to take the victories as they come. So for anybody that missed it, Bears pull out the victory 25-24 over the Las Vegas Raiders on the road. I think it's a huge win for the Bears for obvious reasons, but even more so, you get back to 500. And if you look at the schedule, you want to have this like kind of going into, what looks like you obviously you get the bye week, but then you have a tougher game coming up. Well, could be tougher on the road against Washington. So going into the bye week 2-2 to me feels a lot better. If I am, you definitely don't want to be going into this bye week 1-3, already in a tough division. So it's a good win nonetheless, because all wins are good. But this one definitely has some tough points. Well, let's look at the stats. So you guys, I want to know, you can say it in the comments or what have you. What do you think? I'm going to share what I think, but what do you think was the standout moment, or not moment, the standout performer from today's game? I definitely already have my guy, but I want to know what you guys think, because I feel like there was one person specifically who really stood out today. And actually, we'll go into the stats a little bit after this, but there's one person today that I really thought really stood out. And for me, he was the MVP of the performance for today. I felt like Byard was just absolutely amazing, y'all. This is easily, in my opinion, this is his best game as a Bear. I thought there were times last year that I was a little bit underwhelmed with his performance. But today I thought he had Geno's number like crazy. I mean, the Bears forced Geno into 3 interceptions. Byard had 2 of them. It was just a big time performance. And it wasn't just the picks. If you saw Byard, some plays he made against the run, there was a big physical hit against Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty was amazing today, though. And then there was the hit that set up the field goal attempt that we blocked at the end. The tackle that was made there, Byard made that tackle as well. So for me, he was unquestionably the most valuable player on the game on the day today. There was people obviously who had some good games. Caleb was solid today. He wasn't great, but he was solid. Roman Dunze came alive in the second half. Tyreek had another strong game, so I'm just going to have to get up off the bash Tyreek train maybe altogether, which I'm happy to do, because it's not like I'm rooting against them, but I had to call it as I was seeing it through the first 2 weeks. But week 3 and week 4, Tyreek has been great, but nobody to me was more significant than Byard. Byard had also 5 solo tackles, 7 total, 1 tackle for a loss, 2 passes defended. He had the 2 picks. So just a fantastic performance for him. Tyreek also had a pick today. So like I said, just a great game, a great little 2-week stretch for Tyreek. But Caleb was 22 of 37 for 212 yards. He had a touchdown and a pick. The pick, I won't say it wasn't his fault, because clearly the Raiders had some read on the trajectory of his passes. He had at least somewhere between, felt like 5 passes batted down into the line of scrimmage. This particular one was in the first quarter. It was batted down by Max Crosby, who was amazing all game. He ends up catching it and turning it into an interception. So that was the pick that Caleb threw. The crazy thing of it was, when you looked at the replay, and Adam Archuleta, who was doing color commentary today, he kind of pointed it out. I couldn't see where Caleb was going with the ball anyway. On that particular pass, I thought he might have been about to throw an interception anyway, further down the field into the red zone. So either way, I just thought it was a peculiar kind of a decision, and ended up turning into an interception either way. The run game, we'll talk about that a little bit later. It did have a decent second half, and we ended up pounding it into the end zone to get the what turned out to be the game-winning touchdown with DeAndre Swift on a run out left. But the run game, we'll talk about it. It was 26 rushes for 69 yards and a touchdown. That one touchdown we talked about. Zacchaeus led the team in receptions with 5, but Rome had the most yards with 69, and he also had the touchdown reception. It was a big play there. Caleb did fumble the ball twice, but he recovered it both times. Tyreek ended up recovering a fumble as well, which was the one that was forced by, I believe that was Noah Sewell who forced a fumble in the first half. He hit Genty in the first half and forced a fumble. Tremaine Edmonds again led with tackles. He had 11, 6 solos. Kevin Byard was right in there with that. We did not sack Geno at all. Couple tackles for a loss, couple guys with a couple passes defended, but we're going to talk about the fact that we didn't sack Geno for sure. And then, like I said, it was Byard with the 2 picks and Tyreek Stevenson with the 1 interception as well. Special teams came up huge from in the form of field goals, and obviously the play at the end. Cairo Santos ended up with the 4 field goals that kept us in the game when the offense was struggling to finish drives. His efficiency and ability to make field goals, the longest one he made today was 52 yards, kept putting points on the board, kept the Bears in the game, kept them in striking distance until they were able to start to get into the end zone. There was also a huge punt by Torrey Taylor. He pinned them inside the 2-yard line, 62-yard punt. That one turned out pretty big as the Bears were able to capitalize on that and play the field position game, so to speak. So that's that.